Capricorn and the power of the cutoff. Let's talk about it, alright? If you're a first time watcher, I'm Lamar Townsend. I'm a natural intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic, psychic tarot reader, and I would love to do a private, confidential, psychic, accurate tarot reading for you at lamartownsendtarot.com. You can purchase your own reading there or your own birth chart reading, okay? If you have any questions, please check out the FAQ section as well as the personal ethics section, once again on my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, okay? Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification button so that you get a notification, of course, whenever I upload a new video. Please follow me on Instagram, where I do daily tarot pulls and oracle card pulls. And like me on Facebook, okay? The links will be down below in the description box, okay? With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, alright? Capricorn and the power of the cutoff. Well, let's talk about this very briefly, alright? Capricorn and the cutoff. Well, I don't know if you've ever been cut off by a Capricorn in your life, but it's not uncommon for, a Capricorn to cut off, a person every now and again, for various reasons, right? Often Capricorn finds themselves in power struggles when it comes to relationships with other people. That was really weird. With other people, right? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so it's also a cardinal sign, so it's a naturally very quite dominant zodiac sign, right? But it's also a very kind of like calm, cool, for the most part, collected zodiac sign as well, and Capricorn is assertive, but in a more kind of subtle way, unless necessary, right? So the more dominant side, the more aggressive side of Capricorn only comes out when absolutely necessary, right? One of the ways that that side of Capricorn comes out is through the cutoff, right? And typically what happens with the cutoff is that there has been an imbalance in the relationship, all right? Whether there's a power struggle and you think you have more power over the Capricorn than you really do, and the Capricorn has to kind of show you what the real kind of deal is, or whether you've done something to the Capricorn that has shown or that has proved you to kind of not be able to handle the power that Capricorn gives you. And what kind of power am I talking about when I say the power that Capricorn gives you? Well, when a Capricorn allows you to enter into their life, that gives you a little bit of power, all right? Capricorns are naturally powerful people, right? So when a Capricorn brings you into their life, brings you into their inner workings of their life, their mind, what goes on behind the scenes, maybe their secrets, and things of that nature, that gives you a little bit of power in the situation, in the relationship. Now, what you choose to do with that power and whether or not you choose to abuse that power is up to you. And know that there are consequences to whatever actions you end up taking. We have to remember that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn rules karma and reputation. So, just kind of keep that in mind, that Capricorns literally have the power of karma in their hand, right? Your karma, by the way. So when a Capricorn gives you that power, it's like an even type of, it's like an exchange, an even exchange. I'm giving you this power to be close to me in my life, to be an associate, to be a comrade, to be a part of this journey of my life, in exchange for you to not abuse your power that I'm giving you to be in my life, and to not try to use that power for your own gain, right? And then you have to think of it this way. Why am I talking about it in this way? Why is he talking about it in terms of power and a business deal and what contract, what the heck. Well, this is how a Capricorn thinks. Sorry, I have to be quiet because there are people still sleeping in the house and it's like 9 a.m. All right, but this is how a Capricorn thinks. Like, like a relationship for a Capricorn is kind of a little bit like a business deal. All right, Capricorns they're just those kind of people. Saturn is that kind of planet, right? It's an exchange. It's an even exchange. I do for you, you do for me. I have your back, you have mine. As long as we're reciprocating, we're good in this relationship. As long as whatever this relationship is founded on, whatever this relationship is kind of based on, as long as that continues to be reciprocated, whatever, as long as, you know what I'm saying? As long as those types of things, expectations and what so have you, are reciprocated, you and the Capricorn are good, you know? But when you don't reciprocate that, or when you abuse your power, you abuse the trust that Capricorn gives you, you get cut off. And what happens when you get cut off is you realize, oh wow, I didn't have as much power as I actually thought I did. Because when you cut off, it's literally like you're pushed out of the house, you're pushed out of the space, and the door is slammed on you, and you're left outside like what the frick just happened. Like that's literally how it feels when a Capricorn cuts you off. Um, and it's so funny sometimes because once again, people just coming into the house of a Capricorn and people get so comfortable. Wow, it's so nice in here, and I didn't expect it to look this nice and so cultured and so this and that. And wow, Capricorn, this is so. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Well, this could use some work, and this could be do some work, and your floors are really dirty. Like when you start getting comfortable, and you know what I'm saying. You start, telling people, oh, Capricorn's floors are really dirty actually inside. Like when you start, telling the Capricorn's business, you get cut off because you abuse your power that the Capricorn gave you, right? Is it making sense? So then when you get cut off, you realize you're not allowed back in the house until further notice, or you're just not allowed back in the house permanently, indefinitely, right? Depending on what you did. Hmm. And then you have to remember the power that Capricorn has, or can have, the potential power that Capricorn can have, right? Because what the power that Capricorn has now, today, is not necessarily the amount of power or what so have you that Capricorn will have tomorrow or next year or next month or 20 years from now, right? And Capricorn's never going to forget what you did to them, right? Capricorn's never going to forget it. So, and then you have to think they have the power of karma in their hands, which I'm going to do a video on that too, eventually. But when you get cut off and you're no longer allowed in the house, you're no longer allowed invited to the party, it's kind of a jarring experience, because it happens out of nowhere, and your power is just taken from you, you know, just absolutely taken from you, and you no longer have the access to the Capricorn that you once had. You no longer have the ability to associate with Capricorn and to kind of maybe even persuade, or you know what I'm saying, or sway, or emotionally manipulate, or what so have you, Capricorn, right? I'm laughing because just an inside joke in my head. um you no longer have access to Capricorn. You no longer have power when a Capricorn cuts you off, and that's why the cutoff is so powerful. That's why the cutoff is so transformative. Because when a Capricorn cuts you off, it's like, whew, thank God, now I can take my power back and forget about that person and move on. That's how the Capricorn thinks. Because by the time they've cut you off, watch my videos on cut off. I have a lot of videos on this topic. By the time a Capricorn cuts you off, they've had this well thought out. They've had time to process it. They've had time to weigh the pros and cons and what you've done, the good stuff you've done versus the bad stuff you've done. Like, yeah, they've done all that by the time they've cut you off. You know? And then when they invite you back, it's weird for you because you're like, oh wait, I don't know how to act because now I have to walk on eggshells, and I realize the Capricorn's more powerful than I thought, and more smart and more, you know what I'm saying, witty and quick-witted and alert and self-aware than I thought. So I'm gonna have to kind of feel my way around this new side of Capricorn I'm seeing. That I can no longer kind of poke at and, prod and bend to my will, you know? If they invite you back in, because sometimes they don't even invite you back in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if they do, it might take weeks, it might take days, it might take months, it might take years. And then just as quickly as they invite you back in, if you do something that ticks them off, you know, out you go, out of the house, get out. You're out of the party, you're kicked out again. You have to like really kind of work your way back into a Capricorn's good graces. So, you know, that's the power of the cutoff. um, and it teaches both parties a lesson, of trust and boundaries, and the need for closure as well for both parties. Um, forgiveness, that's another thing. Capricorns can be very, very stubborn too, you know. So once they cut you off, you know, it's 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 pretty bad once they cut you off. You might as well back off for a little while and give them some space because you know. So that is the power of Capricorn, and the cutoff, the transformative effects of cutting people off for Capricorn. Um, it causes people to realize, Capricorns don't take bullshit. They don't deal with BS. They just don't. And it's not until usually a Capricorn has to get aggressive like that, or has to kind of put you in your place, for people to realize that oh, I can't walk over Capricorn. I can't. They aren't a pushover like I thought. So that's the power of the cutoff. I hope this video gave you some clarity and insight. If it did, please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Contact me for your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading at lamartownsendtarot.com, or your own birth chart reading, okay? I can't wait to hear from you. Until then, I wish you guys nothing but the best, love, health, and lots of success, okay? Thank you.